Hello and welcome to WordPress tutorials. In today's video, I'll show you how to build a WordPress theme from scratch using HTML template like this one. So this is a blog template where we will have a landing page like this, where all the blogs will be listed here with a load more button or a pagination, and there will be a footer, a header with a main menu, a logo, a button, and a search bar. And this is a hero section for blog. And then whenever you click on single, it will open a single page in a new template like this. And we have menu, same menu and logo and footer as well. And the post contents are title in the hero section, the author, the meta with the date and the category. And here are the contents, the main contents and the comment section. And finally we will have this footer with a footer menu, some social icons, and some sections like about us, quick links, important links. All these will be definitely in the customizer of WordPress, the default customizer, and there will be a copyright at the end. So everything is included in today's tutorial. Okay, first of all, let's discuss the requirements. If you already know how the theme hierarchy works, then you can skip to the content section. First of all, you will need these two files, index.php and style.css. The main template file index.php is required because without this, the theme will not even be loaded. The style CSS is having all necessary information like the theme name, the theme author, or the author URI, everything in the style.css. So without style.css, theme will also be broken and will not be able to activate that theme. Okay, now the next thing is index.php. So index.php is actually a fallback for all of our templates like single, category, archive, search, home, or any custom template. So for example, if you have a homepage.php and added a template, use the template to build that homepage, and then you go to admin dashboard, and in the reading you select that as your homepage, then it will be using that PHP file. Otherwise, whenever you are on your naked domain or directly open your domain without any page, it will call index.php unless you chosen a home page, which is this one. And when you click on a news or a blog, it opens in the single.php file. For example, you have 10 listings on your home page and you click on one news, it will be redirected to a single.php file where that specific news title, description and other meta will be shown. And if you do not have the single.php in your theme, it will also access the index.php, which is actually the fallback. So this is replacing almost every template on your website. If you do not have that specific file, then it will access that one. And in the index.php file, you can actually add the conditions, whether is single or is category or is archive, then show those contents. So you can use a standalone index.php to build the whole theme, but that is not ideal, and you need separate pages for separate files for every template. Similarly, the category.php, which is also the listing page, but instead of showing all listings, it will show only those on which categories page you are. So only those posts or news will be shown which are in that specific category. Okay, now next are style.css. As I mentioned, we have necessary information, for example, the theme name, author name, description, version, or author URI or theme URI, or anything related to your theme. Even the description and the tags are also lying in the style, just for the theme. Okay, now the next thing is that file which are optional. So header.php, footer.php. Content.php is the middle part which varies file to file. Like the listing content will be a loop, while the single.php content will be the title, description, meta, user, or anything like that. Header.php is the top section. We divide our templates or single.php files in three parts: header, content, and footer, just because header and footer will be common in all templates, and the content.php varies template to template. Okay, now the template hierarchy. When visitor opens a URL, WordPress checks which page type is this and loads the matching template. For example, you are searching for something, then in the URL it will be question mark s is equal to and your search query. So from that specific parameter in the URL, WordPress recognize automatically that this is a search.php file which is called by user. So it will open the search.php file, take that s parameter from the URL, and that parameter, that search parameter, will be accessed through search.php, and it will show the relevant results. The database will automatically fetch those records matching that search query and will be placed on search.php. Similarly, if the URL have slash product slash and then the slug of the product or the name of the product, then it will tell WordPress that it is a single underscore product.php file, which is actually a WooCommerce file. We will discuss this later in other tutorial, but this is the case where it will access the product page, and database will automatically get that product's info using that slug. Slug is actually the URL part where we slugify or we modify the title, excluding all the special characters, all the spaces, and replacing them using hyphen. So using that slug, WordPress will take the data from the database for that single product and will show it on the single underscore products page. Similarly, the news will be news.php or a single.php, but it will be slash news slash slug, and blog will be slash blog your domain slash blog slash slug. So this is how WordPress will recognize which template to be open. Okay, now reusable layouts. Header and footer, these are globals. As I discussed in our previous slide, it will be the header.php and the footer.php which will be common or global all over the site. Every single template, every search template, the category template, everyone will have this header and footer in common, and the content changes template to template. Okay, now the loop is the database post. So post 1 2 3 4 and loop runs same HTML repeated automatically. For example, we have a template. Let's go to our blogs page. So this is a single snippet from here to there. Starts from here, which is category, title, image, and this user, the meta, and this date. So this is a single snippet, HTML snippet. This is repeated for another post, same snippet. This is another post, same snippet. So loop means every snippet is repeating itself while keeping the separate data for each post. For example, we have 10 posts, then this snippet will repeat itself 10 times, showing 10 different posts. So we have post 1 2 3 4 and loop, and the same snippet repeated itself. So this is just for home page or the category page or the search page where we show multiple posts instead of one post. Now the listing page and the single page. or the blog listing page mapping. The HTML design is post title, database title, image, featured image, short text, excerpt, read more link, post URL, and date, publish date. So these are the database titles, and these are actually the user understandable or readable format. So here, if we go to the single template, this one, then we have the category, we have title, we have description, we have excerpt. If any, excerpt is a short form of the whole content, which is actually a summary, and we have the user, the mm, date. So this is how single page listing. Okay, now what is the difference between the listing page and a single page? As I mentioned earlier, the listing page have post summary, which is excerpt, and many posts will be added to the listing page and short text for each listing or news or product. While single page will show full article. Whenever you click on a single post or title here, it will redirect to the single post. Full article will be shown. One post per single page will be shown. For example, you clicked on a weather news, and it will show this is today's weather, and one post will include only today's weather on the whole page, and complete content will be available on that page. Now, the functions.php. Another file required for the theme is not actually necessary, but when you add this, this will WordPress will automatically recognize, and it will get all the available functions within that file and use them on the go. So the templates show content, the functions enable features. You can add any function, like you can modify the default title function. For example, on the single page here, when we show the title, we used a function called the title, the underscore title, and the braces. But if you want to modify that functionality, you will add a hook into the functions, which will modify the functionality of the title and will add or modify something. For example, you want all the title from the backend, you will enter this title, but you want them to show on the home page or on the front end area with a dash and your site name. So what we will do, we will add a hook calling the title functionality, and will add hyphen and our website and concatenate that in the original title, whichever it is, and will save that. So whenever on every single or every listing page the title calls, it will include that custom domain. So this is just an example what functions.php is for and how you can modify things in WordPress. So asset loading is the most common issue when you are a PHP developer or you only build HTML templates. You know that when you are adding CSS or JS or images to your WordPress, your PHP site, you just have to add them in the assets folder and then call them using href. And this is the folder structure. For example, our current page have JS assets and style.min.css assets WPA. So this is the HTML format file, and in the same folder, the downloads block template, in the same folder we also have the assets folder. That is why it's attaching to it normally. While in WordPress, you will need to access the template folder first, because this is not what assets is called from. Assets are kept in the themes folder of the WP admin WP content folder. So you cannot directly add the dot asset just because it's lying on the same folder, because it will not be called. WordPress works something like this. When the page loads theme and plugin, the central loading system will be applied. For example, for the CSS and asset folder, you first have to call a function called template directory URI. Every all these details will be discussed in the video, while I'll show you how you can convert this template. While building the template, you will understand, but this is just a theory. So get the template URI will be added to every asset before here, and it will automatically add all that path from the domain wp content slash theme slash your theme name slash your css or assets file. So this is how it works in WordPress. Not just static HTML loading CSS directly or JS directly. Okay, the admin panel. From the admin panel, client will edit, database will be updated, and the theme template display everything automatically, just like I mentioned for the category.php, single.php, archive.php. The WordPress will recognize and it will get the data accordingly and will show on the relevant template. Okay, now we will convert our layout. We will active the theme and add a test post. Let's start by modifying our listing page. Okay, now let's move to the actual development. So this is my WordPress blank website, and on the front end it looks something like this because the default theme is now activated. If we go to appearance, we have the default themes 2023, 2024, 2025 already activated. So first of all, we will create a new theme, and for that we will go to our WordPress root folder. In that root folder, we will go to WP content themes folder, and here first of all we will create a new folder for our theme. Let's call it my blog theme, and open my blog theme. Now you can see there is no file yet. Okay, if we go to our dashboard and refresh this page, there will be a broken theme named my blog theme missing style sheet. So if we add a style sheet here, let's go to another folder where I have my index html, single html, and our asset folder. So let's copy any style sheet and we will make it empty. Copy, paste in your theme, and let's empty this style.css and open with VS Code, Command A, and refresh. Now let's refresh this theme folder. Now it says template is missing. Standalone theme needs to have a template index or index.php file. So we will need index.php now. Let's go to the template folder where we have index and single. Let's copy everything from here, including assets, and paste them here. Now rename the index.html to index.php and change single.html to single.php. Okay, now let's go back, refresh. Now we have a new theme called my blog theme. So we will add a screenshot here. Let's go to the template here, and let's take a screenshot, a square screenshot would work like this, and move it to the folder here and name it screenshot.png. Let's refresh, and we have our screenshot ready. If you click on theme detail, you can see by anonymous, no version, anything, nothing is there. So let's add the template name to style.css. Add a comment, my blog theme. Okay, let's copy the other style.css meta. Copy the whole snippet and add into here. So modify this, modify the author URI, author name, and whatever else you want to change. Now if we go to our theme and refresh, then we have the author name, the description, the tags, version, everything listed on their style. So now you understand what is the purpose of these headers in the style.css, and it was automatically grabbed by the theme. Okay, now the index.php and the single.php. Here you can see the HTML file looks something like this, but now let's see when we activate this theme, and then we will check the home page. Now the theme is active. Let's open the front end, and here you can see there is no CSS, no styling, no JS, and the images are coming from the live sources. That is why they are loading. Otherwise, these should also not load. Let's see. These are loaded from the server, the live server, the live website. That is why it's loading. If it loaded this one, this should not load. Okay, now we will add the assets for WordPress. So first of all, let's go to our index and edit. Okay, we have our assets here, style and global.css and wpa.css. All these assets needs to be directed to our WordPress template directory. Okay, now we will remove this dot and we will add a PHP function, go get template directory URI, and that's all. Let's refresh. It's just for global.css, and let's add the same to or global. Let's inspect element and see whether these two assets are loaded or not. We have localhost, WordPress blog, WP content, theme, my blog, assets, global, and this one. Okay, so these two are correct. Let's make sure that the folder is accessible. Okay, the folder is not accessible. The assets folder is read only. So let's go to your theme. First of all, right click on theme. In Windows, you have to uncheck the read only, but in Mac, you have to uncheck all these three. Then the assets. Now let's check. Okay, now it's accessible. Let's refresh the blog. And we have these two CSS ready now. Okay, now let's add the template URI to the rest of the assets. So instead of going one by one, let's choose the assets folder like this, press Ctrl F and replace this where we have dot assets. Let's replace all and save. Refresh the page and we have our CSS included now. But now the main problem is these contents are just static HTML. They are not coming from any database source. So first of all, let's go to our WordPress dashboard and in the posts, let's add some posts like news one or post one, news one. Let's choose category, sports. This is sports news. And in the post, let's add a thumbnail as well. Okay, we do not have the thumbnail capability yet. So let's publish this first. And now add another one. News 2. Business news. This is business news 2. Publish that. Okay, now we have 3 posts. One hello world was already there, news 1 and news 2. Okay, now to list your existing posts, scroll down where all the blogs are there. So this is a single snippet section article. Yes, here, this one. So let's minimize the article, one article to okay, we have this one article card, right? Let's add some spaces above and below so that we know where to add our contents. Okay, now this is one card. If we go to the template, okay, let's forget this one. Let's move this near code. We have the page title and the page description. So if we scroll up a bit, here is the blog page title, and here is the sentence. So let's add our own. This is our blogs page, and refresh. So this will be a static HTML blogs, and this is our blog page, and the background, this is a hero image. I'll also show you how you can add the hero image in the customizer and then add it to your WordPress blogs page. Okay, now let's come to the article. So here is one article from here to here. This is one article on April 17, 2020, on April 17, 2020. So this is one snippet. Now we will add a loop. PHP. Let's first add a check. If have posts, and close this bracket after where you want to finish the loop. Now let's add a loop while have posts and add the post. Let's move this bracket here, and save it. Now let's add the title. This is actually the category. These are the tags, and here is the title. Let's remove this and add the tag, the title, and save it. Let's refresh. Okay, now we have news 2, news 1, and hello world with all the same images, same content, same description, which means title have took place. Okay, now we will remove the categories, these ones, and add our own. And we will also keep getting help from ChatGPT or any AI platform you want to prefer. Okay, so this is the content. Let's add the content as well. The content, and let's see. Here you will understand what is the difference between content and the excerpt. Okay, this is the business news too. So even if we have about 100 lines in news 2 in the description, they all will be shown here, which is not good, because this is actually a listing page, not a single page. So let's copy this and replicate as many times as you want. Save it. And now when you refresh this, it will show all the contents on this listing page, which is not good. So instead of getting the content, we will get the excerpt. Save it. Now we have a short summary of our whole description with these three dots. And when we open this in a single page, there we will use the contents instead of the excerpt. Okay, now about the image. So first of all, our theme do not have the image capability. We will need a functions.php file first and add our snippet there. Let's duplicate the index.php and make it empty. Functions.php, and let's edit, make it empty. Start PHP tag. Now let's get help from ChatGPT to give us admin init for WordPress featured image capability for posts. This is just a small function with hook called after theme setup. So we will add this into our functions.php, which will allow our theme to show featured images. Now, if you refresh the admin side, we have a featured image now. Okay, let's download a square image, or if you have any other. Let's add this picture. Save it somewhere else, not in your templates folder. Let's add it on our desktop. Now add to our post featured image, drag the file here or click on select and choose from your desktop. Okay, featured image is set. Now we want to show it here. So for which post we have the featured image will show, otherwise it will be empty. So come to code, index.php, and here is the image. This one. So instead of template directory URI, let's move it. Let's remove the whole URL. And add a PHP code, echo get the post thumbnail URI. URL actually. Get the post thumbnail, get post thumbnail URI or get the post. Let's see. Okay, let's remove this src set. We have our own image now, and for the news one we do not have any image yet. So we will add a check here as well. If the thumbnail is not available, then it should not show this break image while it skips it. Okay, so we will go to our thumbnail section, the entry title, the title, and this one. Let's move it to the next line. Okay, let's copy that function, this one, and see if this is true, then do this and close the bracket. Let's refresh, and the broken image disappeared while the available image is there. Okay, now let's add the image to news one. Let's get a new picture. Let's modify news 2, news 1, sorry. Set featured image. AVIF is not supported. Let's choose a supported image. Now we have JPEG. And let's add another one to our home. Okay, now that we have all the images available, let's refresh the home page, and it will load all the images for every news. Okay, now you will have to add the permalink. What the permalink is, if you click on this image, it will redirect to another page, which is obviously a different link that was hard coded into the href. So in this loop, within this loop card, let's go, we have multiple hrefs. So here is the first, which is the categories. So don't touch it. This is the title, which is the single page URI. So let's remove this first and add a PHP, the permalink, and OK. Now remove the second one, the permalink, this is the author URI, which is a different thing, and above are the categories and the tags URIs. So href for these two are changed. Let's refresh the page. Now if we click on this news, you can see we have the relevant news URL, and this is also getting from the index.php or single.php, and as you see we didn't set the single.php yet. So this was what I was talking about. When you access a URL, WordPress decides which template to load. So this is actually loading index.php. Now sorry, it's single.php. So let's go to the folder structure, edit single.php. First let's format. Okay, now let's remove the title, and let's add the template URI from copy from the page. Go to single, let's do the same, replace assets with template URI, and everything is changed. Now let's refresh the single page, and now we have the news page loaded. Now WordPress will understand that this is news too, and all these things should be according to news. So let's first change the title of the page. So single.php, yes. Let me close everything else so that I only have these three files. Okay, in single.php, let's scroll down to the place where we have the banner. This is the menu, search. Okay, here is our h1 tag. So let's remove this and simply add the title, save it. We have news 2, and let's change the content as well. So here we will not use the excerpt, we will now use the content. So remove all the contents and add the function, the content, and let's refresh. This is news 2, and let's change the logo link. If you click on the logo, it will go to somewhere on the live side. So let's change the logo URI, and this will refer to your main home page. So let's go on top of the index.php first and search for logo. Here's the logo, and this is the href for logo. So here we will add echo site URL, similar in the single.php. Now here comes the most important part, where we will separate our header. Site, let's check. Still not changed. Let's see if we have multiple places. Yes, we have. So site URL. Now when we click it, it will go to home page, whether we are on landing or on a single. So in news 2, you can see this is excerpt, which is summary of the post, and if you go to single, we have the full content here. Okay, now let's separate the header and footer files, so that when we change in header, it comes on all pages. So scroll down to the header section. Here we have main. Okay, from header all the way the top, just cut it and type the head get get header. Now if you refresh the home page, it will throw an error on home page, where no assets, nothing, no header is added. So what we cut from this page, let's duplicate or index or function or anything and name it as header.php. Open it and place that whole HTML which we copied from our main page. Okay, now go to single, also remove everything up till it showed up to the header. Here remove everything and type get header function. If we open news, and here is the news page. So let's now change the background image, because if you come to home page, sorry, this is home page, this is a static link yet, so we only changed the logo link. So on home page, this is the news 2 and this is the featured image for news 2. So if you come to news 2, the banner image should be that featured image. So let's go to news again, and in the title, the background, it is currently this image. So what we need to do is the same script which we added in index.php loop. Here, get the post thumbnail URL, just copy this, and only if the image is available. If not, then we will use a static image, which is currently set to this one. So we will add a check here. Let's copy this function and add if this, then echo this image, but if not, else, then just this image and close this if after here. Let's close the brackets and let's go to the home page, sorry, from the front end, and refresh the news page. Okay, we have post thumbnail. Okay, let's remove the src set first. The src set, always add a fallback. Save it and refresh, and we have the relevant news. Okay, now let's see if we have a post which do not have a featured image. Let's add a new one. News 3. This is news 3 and copy everything. Let's publish without any image, and most importantly, let's choose a category. Should be business news. Okay, now go to home page, and for news 2 we have image, but for news 3 we do not have any image. That is why the default image will appear here. We can use any image as fallback, and if we open news 1, this is the news 1 image. So now the image is dynamic. Okay, now let's add this category link and the category name as well, because news 1 is from sports or business. Let's see, go to your home page, your index page. It's single.php. Okay, here is the li for our categories. So let's just copy the whole ul and go to ChatGPT. I have posts, post, single post, and post loop, because we will also add this to the home page. Post loop, I need categories to be listed in following format. So the whole ul and li will be replaced with a PHP snippet. So just copy this loop. It will first get the category of existing post or the current post, and if categories are not empty, then it will generate this ul and li with this exact category from the current post. So let's replace it with here. Save it, and let's refresh the page, and we will have our category sports now. Now if you click on sports, it will be opened again in index, but with only one news, this one. And all these are the static ones. Let's remove the statics from index. As I mentioned, if we do not have the category or archive page, it will access the index as a fallback. So we already have the loop in index, this one, have post, and we have the URL category and sports. So now WordPress will get the template category. If not, then it will get an index page, and now the loop will only have the post according to the URL. If we go to home page, then the same page opens, but all the posts are listed here. But if we go to a category, let's open a page, a business news, then only business news will be appeared. And you saw that we had two news in business while we have just one in sports, like this. So now if you want to make a category page, just copy and paste the index file. Otherwise index is fine for this. Okay, now let's come to the meta, the name, username, the data, the date, and the category, which we already got, but we will again use ChatGPT to generate this meta. So let's go. Now give me the meta for following. Now it will first add the category, which we already have in the variable, the author, and the date. Copy this. Save it. Now we will see the exact meta. Okay, this was index. Let's add it on the single page because we have single already. Okay, let's copy this. For single, we have the category as well. And on the home page, let's check on the home page if, sorry, again wrong. After this, I'll set the menu as well. Okay, we have category waves and hills, two categories. But this is not what we have done. We added by admin and on February. So in this, we set the listings. Now we will add now for single.php, give me following. And we already have $sign category from above. Okay, so I told it that we already have the category, so do not call it again. Just copy the snippet and add to the bottom of the page. While it's generating the code snippet, we will wait for it. Just copy the snippet and we will place it on the single.php file and choose up to the top from where it started here. Now refresh to see if on the single page we already have these things added. We have the author picture, we have the date, and we have the category. So the meta on the single page is already done. Now we will add the comment section. Now for comments, we will first copy this template and we will use again ChatGPT. Scroll down to the comment section here. Let's copy the whole container. Now it will add the default comments functionality and will be implemented into our own HTML. So we will just copy the whole snippet, the PHP snippet, and let's go to the code. Let's keep the code before this and let's add it, and choose the proper indentation. Save it, and let's refresh the page, and we have the comment section added. Okay, now that we have completed the section, the single.php file, we will now go to our home page and add these small details like the categories on the loop and the homepage banner. So for the homepage banner, we will add an image within the customizer, and there we will select the image and it will automatically be placed here. And before that, let's fix this category. Let's go to index.php, and in the loop, let's get this UL, copy and paste it here. As we already asked the ChatGPT for this in past, so it will automatically understand what we need and it will give us the exact snippet for categories. Copy and paste it here. Let's give proper indentation. Save. Now let's check, and we have the category as well. So let's check if we have multiple categories in one single post like this news 3, then what will it do? Let's add sports and uncategorize as well, and come to home page first and see we have 3 categories now. So let's see If it is working on the single as well, we have business, sports, and uncategorized, and everything else is also set up. Okay, now let's fix the menu. So for the new theme, menu is not a thing which is by default available on WordPress. So you can see in appearance, we do not have any menus or widgets or anything. So we do not need widgets yet, but we will add the code just like this. When we added the post thumbnail feature, we will add a new hook which will enable the menus. Give me function to enable menus in functions.php. This is just a small hook, register menu, and it is also in after theme setting. So after theme setup, we already have the after theme setup. So just copy this, and we already had after theme setup. We will now add our menu, primary menu and footer menu. We registered two menus, primary and footer. So in reality, we do have one menu on the top, which is primary menu, and one menu in the footer, which is footer menu. Now the next thing we need to know is we want to add this about us menu, this quick links menu, and this important links menu. So we need three more menus. So let's ask ChatGPT, give me three more menus registered. We can just add by ourselves, but to save the time, let's add about us menu, quick links menu, and what was the third? Important links. You can name them anything. Primary, footer, about us, quick links, and important links. So just copy these three and add them here. Save it. Okay, now if you refresh your dashboard, then you will be able to see menus here. And now we will add each menu separately. So first of all, let's create our main menu or primary menu, create and edit this location. We have all these 5 locations. So first of all, let's add main menu. In main menu, as we do not have pages yet, so let's add a sample page first, a custom link, home with our URL, the home URL. Move it to the top, and what's already there, about and contact. About, no URL, about. You can add pages and then add it to menu as well, but let's see. Blog, okay, so the blog is very important. We will need to have a page for that. Add pages, page title is blog. Do not add anything, just publish. And as we have our index.php, when we go to setting, reading, and select our blog post as blog, then it will automatically show the recent blogs on that page. So come to menu again, and let's add that blog into our menu. Let's save the menu. And pages, blog, and save it. Now the primary menu is set to this one. Now we will add that primary menu to this location. So come to the header.php file, and in the menu we have primary menu middle container. Let's inspect element and see which container is this. Yes, middle column. This is mobile. We will also need to change the mobile version. So let's copy this and ask ChatGPT to add primary menu to this one. Please add the primary menu to following. The WP nav menu is used for getting the existing menus and what's the content, and it will add it into a PHP variable, and then it will populate everything in our HTML menu. So these are the feature. It added the classes, the required IDs, and then it will be presented as HTML. So let's copy this and let's place this one. Save it. Let's refresh. Okay, styling is not applied. Styling missing. Now it will modify the snippet again, and it will use proper wrapping. The name only, this one. Let's refresh. Still not matching, so we will undo everything. and we'll copy just the name. All IDs, all classes should be the same. So header menu 1, we have the ID header menu 1. Okay, we have the classes. Let's copy this and hopefully it will work now. Something's missing. Let's see what's the difference. Let's add that HTML here above to match the proper HTML. So let's copy our input, this one, and match it what is dynamically generated by the PHP code. You will face this type of issue while developing because this is very common. Let's add it in the comments. Okay, here in nav we have ID, we have class menu header 1, everything here, and it's okay. Now this is our own menu, while the generated one is here on the front end, this one. So let's see the difference and let's fix it manually. Okay, in the nav we have all those classes. Okay, in UL we have ID main menu. In UL we have ID main menu and class menu. Okay, that's also fine. In the LI, ID menu item, custom, menu item, menu item, menu item, item object page, menu item object page. I think this is missing. No, it's already there. Okay, in li we have ahref, in li we have ahref. Class is ct menu link, class is ct menu link. So this class is missing from here. Let's copy this. And ask ChatGPT. attribute class, new menu class. So it is unable to add this within the menu, so it gave us a hook we added into our functions.php. So let's add it into functions.php, and let's check now, and we have a proper class and menu now. Okay, so now that it's done, let's add the footer menu as well, this one. So let's first copy the footer to a separate page, as we currently have the same footer in index and single. Let's copy it and make a new footer file. Okay, we have this footer started from here. Let's cut everything and add get footer here. Now let's save the header file as footer.php, and remove everything and add that footer. Save, and let's see in single page as well. Okay, let's remove the footer from single page and add the function get footer. Save it, and let's check. Okay, in single it showed. Let's go to home page, and it's working here as well. Now let's add this secondary menu. In the function we have footer menu, and in footer let's see the secondary menu here, the name, copy the name, and ask ChatGPT to give us the footer menu. Now add the footer menu to this. First we will add the menu, and then we will add that hook if that is different from header. So before adding that hook, let's check if it is okay. Okay, we need to create a footer menu first, or let's just duplicate this one, or just add it to the footer as well. It's the same menu to footer. Okay, now we need to add the CT class. Let's copy the hook and add it into functions.php. Redeclared error. Okay, actually it gave us the same name for both functions. I think we should remove the previous function and just use the following for all menus. Okay, now copy this and remove both hooks first. that single hook. Let's refresh and go to footer. We have our footer menu ready. Okay, now let's add these social icons. But before that, we will need to have the links in customizer, and most importantly, we do not have the admin dashboard menu here. So to bring the menu to the logged in users, we will go to our footer, and at the very end, before the body closes, we will add a function called WP footer, and in the header, open a file, header, we will add WP head before closing the head tag. This one here, WP underscore head. Save it. Now when we refresh the front end, you will be able to see that admin bar on front end as well. As we are logged in, that is why. Now you can see the customize here. Let's open the customizer in a new tab, and we will now add all these features, the explore button URL or the explore button text, and these links, these contacts, these social media links within the customizer. So currently in the customizer, you do not see any settings for the content. So let's ask ChatGPT, now give me the function which adds a new item in the WordPress customizer called theme settings. Okay, in the theme settings, there should be footer social icons section where add we can add Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Let's copy the whole HTML from footer, the social box. Okay, copy this, add links for following HTML, and also give me this HTML back with all those fields populated. Now the customizer section will be added to function.php. It will add the title description to the menu and these links, and with for loop it will add custom link for each of them. So let's go to customizer and check if the new menu appears here. Okay, we have footer social icons and we have all these links for this. Now we will add these links. First of all, let's see https facebook.com slash, let's just add one for now, and now let's replace the HTML for footer. So here is the HTML for footer, copy this, and in the footer, replace the whole HTML. So this was previously all icons. Let's paste it. Save it, and let's see if we still have these icons. Okay, icons disappeared. Let's ask ChatGPT. And it will now add all the icons within the same array instead of a separate template. So for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, everything, every SVG will be added this array, and then it will place it into the actual HTML. I think this is the last icon. And we have the loop. So just copy it now and place it with the new one. I think we missed a div or something. Ah, yes, we missed the first div. Okay, we have this one link. Okay, it have everything, but the code is not showing any of these images. Ah, yes, I understand why. This circle and path is added to this while others do not have. So let's copy this, all of them, and we must have something in the start, in the end as well. Yes, this one. So ChatGPT and other AI are not 100% accurate by itself. You have to have some knowledge to fix it. Maybe it's fixed now. Let's see. Okay, we have all links now, and we have the Facebook link, okay, Twitter link, okay, and other are all hashes. Okay, now we will add the menu selection for about us. So first of all, let's create a new menu and call it. We will add just one menu and add to all of these three links. Footer menu, and add it to all of these three. These three can have separate menus as well, but to save time, I will just create one menu, and the procedure is same. Save it. No. Okay, now let's add these three menus. As you saw, we added three different menu location: about us, quick links, and important links. So we already have the menu locations. We just need to go to footer, and for this particular location we will add a menu which is footer about us. Let's ask ChatGPT. Please add the menu location in this code, and the menu location we can get it from functions.php, where we registered as about us. It will automatically add WP nav menu for this about us location. Okay, it got from customizer. Don't use customizer, just use the name about us, which is registered location in menus. Okay, we have the theme location here, so let's just copy the text widget, and for the rest of two we will just replace them with the exact name. Let's paste it here, and in these two locations as well, because everything else is the same, just the menu location is different. So after copying this to all three places, we will just change the names of locations. So this is quick links, and this is important links. Okay, now if we go to our footer and refresh, we have this menu for all these three locations because we chose this menu to be placed on about us, quick links, and important links. Let me create a new menu where we will add about us or quick links or anything. So just remove this from quick links this menu removed from quick links, and we will create a new menu for quick links, and it will show a different menu. So let's add a custom link and create a new menu, and this will be a quick links menu. Save it, and let's add the categories. Let's save it, and while now it's the quick links is selected, for categories it will show the category links. So uncategorized, sports and business, and these two are the same because the same menu is set into these two locations. Okay, now we will add a text box for the contact info. So in the customizer we have footer, social icons. Now we will need a new section. Please add a new section in customizer and add following fields: contact information, text box. Let's see what else we need to add: address, phone, mobile, address, phone, mobile, and achievements, useful info, and targets. And finally copyright line input. So all this will be added in customizer for a footer settings. Okay, so let's copy this and add this into our functions.php at the very bottom of the page. Now let's refresh the customizer to see if we have the sixth menu, which will be footer info, footer information. Okay, now we have contact info, address, phone, mobile, achievements, useful info, target, and copyright line. Okay, so let's add some text. This is my contact information, which is coming from customizer. The address, phone number, mobile, achievements. This section includes achievements. This is useful info coming from the customizer. This section contains targets, and finally the copyright line. So we will copy the same copyright line add it here. Okay, now let's publish, but it will not be shown in the footer yet because we need to access these fields and show them here. Okay, now let's go to the footer, and in place of this we will show get theme mod, get theme mod, and like this. So, or is it useful info? We need contact information. Achievements. It's the third column here. So this is the contact information. Now give me all variables for front end. Let's add all the data in variables first. And copy the whole snippet, and then we will add them one by one. So when footer starts, let's add the PHP snippet with all variables. Okay, contact information, address, phone, mobile, achievements, and so on. So let's add achievements first here. Okay, quick links ready. Useful information, useful info. Now targets, and contact info. The address, the phone number. Let's replace both here and here. Now mobile number, now scroll down to the copyright section, remove everything and replace it with our copyright variable. Okay, now let's go to the website, refresh the page, and we have everything from what we entered in the customizer, and we have it here. So the social icons are in the customizer, the menus are already registered in menu section, this info is also in customizer, and this one is too. Okay, so everything else is set up, just this explore now button is remaining, and the search. Okay, so if we type something in the search like ABC or just A and press enter, then you can see that it is going to the real website which we do not need. So let's look for the search button It might be in the header. Look for search, the search model. Okay, search model, and the href is this. Skip to main content. Okay, let's remove this, and the search form here, the action is this. So remove the action, the input will be s, okay, and nothing else. So in action, let's add the site title, site url. Now let's go back to the website, refresh, and type in anything. And as I mentioned, if we do not have the search page, it will access the index template, and on index template it will only get those starting from s. So this sample page is also on our website as page, but these are from post. So on search, when the query runs have post, it will also look into the sample page, because this is a search template, so this index will act like search now. And similarly, you can change the this title according to the search page, the category page, the archive page, the blogs listing page, anything. And we will add a check here if you want. Okay, now finally we have this explore now button, and most importantly the logo. We do not have the logo yet, so let's add a logo in the customizer, logo in customizer, and give variable for front end. Also add two text fields for a button in header, explore now, one field for button text, and one for button link. Okay, the logo, the logo, the explore now button, these two, and it's done. And then give variables for all, and we will load these variables in header, but first we will add into functions.php so that we can see these fields, header and branding customizer. Okay, we have logo, we have header button, and we have the header button text. Okay, let's copy this and add into our functions.php and save it. Once saved, let's load the customizer and see if we have new fields added for header setting. Okay, header setting, a logo, and one more thing, we also needed the explore button, which we do not see yet. Okay, let's just select logo, um, button text and button link fields. Just the logo is there. Let's see if we have made it wrong. Meanwhile, let's download a logo. whole header customization function here. Okay, ChatGPT forgot that it itself gave us the code and it's saying that we missed the customizer. Okay, now let's check. Now we have logo, the explore now, and explore now text. Okay, let's upload the logo first. Logo is not, choose a different one. It's a WebP. Let's download PNG logo. All the images must be compatible with your website, or you can add plugins to make more compatible fields. Like this AVIF is not compatible at all. So this is not transparent at all. This one is. Though it's a huge image, but I think it should work, as this one is PNG. So let's get the PNG and click on choose image. Okay, now we have the customizer. Explore now will be changed to buy now, and let add a Google link, https google.com, to check it. Okay, now let's publish it and let's get the variables for front end. This is our theme logo. So these are the three required variables. Copy this and come to header, and first add them all the way to the top, or at least while closing the head tag. Now let's find the logo. Here, just replace this URL with the variable. Find another one. Let's copy if we need to place it in any other place. Okay, we have another src. Find another one. Okay, all done. Now let's find the explore now here. So this is the link. Replace it with button text, button link, and copy the same for button text and similar here. Okay, look for more. Explore now. Yes, here it is. There is one more. And we are done. Now let's refresh the page. We have the logo, we have buy now button with the link, and we have all the menus set up, all the content set up, the footer, the social icons in the footer. On the single page, we have everything set up here. This is sport news, and if we choose a category where we have multiple posts, this is a single post. So if we choose business news, we have two posts in business news, and if we search something a, then it will be the search page. So that was all for today's video. I hope you learned how you can build a fully functional WordPress theme from a static HTML page. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel, and you will not miss my future videos. Thank you.